I live in an apartment. Oops.
Samen met Jonathan, die heel veel dingen kan.
Kom weer hier naar Tattoo Shop Charlie.
Ik moet zeggen dat het de beste tattoo is die ik ooit heb gezet. So I haven't uploaded for months, a year. So I will tell a long story in a really short time. I'm not a van lifer. It was fun doing it. I had a blast building the van. It was an amazing time. But I dedicated my YouTube channel to be a van life channel, and I discovered I'm not a. There's more in my life than van life. See, I am a filmmaker. And I want to make videos about my work and about traveling and about whatever I'm interested in at a certain moment, not just van life. Test. Ooh, no, it's in. No. There you go. Perfect. I got some tips written down for you. Because I thought, you know, I'm not going to do any van life stuff anymore, and you are here because of the whole van life shenanigans. So, I want to give some tips. First thing that comes to mind, if I'm going to build a van again, I would buy a square van. You know how, like, my van, and just a normal van, most of them got like these round edges. The thing is, it's really first difficult to build with round walls, but second, you just have a lot more space in a square van than you have in a normal round van. Second thing is, I would not do a shower and I would not do a toilet. I wouldn't even bother. And almost everyone I came across during my travels who lived in a van shared the same opinion with me. It's too much water to shower, and it's too much of a hassle to have a toilet. Although it feels like home to have a shower and a toilet, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it again if I built another van. Third little tip is, it's gonna cost more than you think. Stuff is gonna break down that you didn't even know that existed. Like, you know, I was in Bulgaria and I had everything fixed in the van before I embarked on that journey. And then, you know, apparently my wheel started to do this, and there was something with the layers inside. Your life would be so much easier to have a little bit of a buffer to pay for these things. So don't throw everything in the van and don't throw everything in the conversion of the van, but just have a little bit of a buffer for stuff you didn't foresee. For me, tip number 4 would be to be able to control the temperature within the van. It sucks when it is way too hot, and it really sucks when it is way too cold. And I don't know in which climate you live, but in the Netherlands it tends to get really cold, winter especially. And I didn't have any heating solution at first, and it just was a pain to live in that thing, and mainly had to do with warmth, but also with the heat. Like, I am lucky, like I have a van which is really nice, that on one side of the van the door could be open, and on the back door could also be open, so there could be wind circulating through the place, and that saved my life, because in Greece, where it was crazy hot, especially in the night as well, I just left the door open, and then I had this like really small breeze, but that really kept me alive, otherwise I couldn't be in the van. So to have something like that, to have something to regulate also when it gets really hot, is, I think, a really good thing to think about. My tip number 5 would be to have a little bit of a plan. Know where you're going, know what it is you're gonna do. It's kind of hard to be in the middle of nowhere without a plan, without a goal. Like, where is it you going next? And I feel that when you have something in place, or something you wanna do, or something you wanna achieve, then whenever you have this drawback, whenever you have this setback, you can just go on pursuing whatever goal it is you have. You kind of get lost in the whole traveling sort of things, and you don't know where to go anymore. And for me, that became a reason why I started having difficulties to enjoy the entire travel, because it just was so immense. You can go everywhere, you can do anything, but at the same time, I had no idea what it is I wanted, where it is I wanted to go. You can have a little bit of a plan, you know? Sometimes it's nice. It's just, yeah, it's nice to wing for it and just do spontaneous stuff. But again, if I would embark on a new journey and I would do this again, I would have a plan. I wanted to say a better plan, but I didn't have any plan. So I would just have a plan of what it is I want to do, where it is I want to go, what it is I want to achieve. And this brings me to my tip number 6, which is, do you want to travel alone or not? If you don't want to be alone, you're not alone. You just go to all these places where other people in vans live, and you have these communities, and it's really easy to just be part of that. But if you go to somewhere maybe where there aren't any communities like this, and you're alone, it's hard. I find it really hard to be in a place for such a long time by myself. Maybe you should get a dog or something. But just, yeah, give that a thought. Like, do you really want to be alone in a van? And if not, then, maybe get someone to travel with, or just go to a place where there are people. It sounds really obvious, but give that a thought. Tip number 8 would be to have a space where you can build the van. I know all my tips are going all over the place. I kind of like... But tip number 8 is to have a space into which to build the van. Because to build a van, you're going to drill holes in that thing, and you're going to move stuff in, you're going to move stuff out. It's just, I found that I needed a lot of space to make my van. And I was lucky enough to be in this hangar. So, I could just leave the holes in there, even though it rained. But to have something like that, just a space where you can work on the van, I think is a must when you're going to convert the van. My tip number 9 would be to spend less money. I came across people who converted that van, or bought that van and converted it for like $2,000, and it served their purpose. They traveled in that thing for a couple months, and it all worked fine. They all got it from scratch and bits and pieces, but it worked. Unless you're really gonna live in this thing and it's gonna be your house, you don't need to have like the best water pump, the best gas solution. Just think of the reason why you want a van and how long are you gonna use it, and spend the minimum money you need for that scenario, whatever it is you want to do with the van. Does that make sense? I would spend less money next time. I spent so much money on the van. Yeah. I think I think these ones are the most important. I can come up with a lot of them, I guess, but this will do. This will do. I thought this makes for a nice spot. To wrap it up, to end this video, this is not a van life channel anymore, so I'm just gonna make videos in Dutch and English from whatever topic. So if you're here mainly for the van life, then maybe this is a good moment to unsubscribe. That doesn't sound really popular, does it? But I'd rather have you go away than to hate on all my other content which I'm gonna put out. Good luck if you're gonna build a van. Totally do it. It's a blast. My van right now is in Portugal. I left it there, flew back, and it's right now it's an Airbnb, and I can go back whenever I want to Portugal, pick up my van, continue traveling. So you will see the van if you stick around in this channel. Yeah. I have nothing to say anymore. subscribe. No, do whatever you have to do. I'll be making videos. Ciao.